Hoop-dee-doo and hullabaloo, Alakazam and he comes to you. Uncle Pockets with his magic pockets. Hoop-dee-doo and hullabaloo, Alakazam and he finds for you mops and tops and lollipops, also a canoe, which could be worn as a shoe.
A shoe!
Could be worn as a shoe. And the most amazing thing about the pockets where he's got 'em, they all have tops, but they don't seem to have any bottom. So hoop-dee-doo and hullabaloo, Alakazam, and it's true. From a supersonic motor to a double chocolate soda, there's nothing Uncle Pockets hasn't got. Also a yacht, nothing Uncle Pockets hasn't got. He's got a scooter full of chrome work, a brush to make your comb work, a magic pencil that will do your homework, and balls if you can bat 'em, a cat that eats macadam, an atomizer if you find an atom, a telephone to chat on, a mat to put your cat on, a frying pan that has a cowboy hat on, which when you come to think of it isn't very strange, for a pot should be at home on the range.
Oh, now we know on whom to depend for rockets and sockets and sprockets.
You do? On who?
On whom?
All right, on whom and you depend.
On the man with the pockets and pockets and pockets and pockets and pockets and pockets. Whoop-dee-doo and hullabaloo, Alakazam and he comes to you.
Uncle Pockets with his magic pockets.
Whoop-dee-doo and hullabaloo, Alakazam and he finds for you
mops and tops and lollipops, also a canoe, which could be worn as a shoe.
A shoe!
Could be worn as a shoe.
And the most amazing thing about the pockets where he's got 'em, they all have tops,
but they don't seem to have any bottom.
So hoop-dee-doo and hullabaloo, Alakazam and it's true. From a supersonic motor to a double chocolate soda, there's nothing Uncle Pockets hasn't got.
Also a yacht,
nothing Uncle Pockets hasn't got. No matter what, no matter what, no matter what, no matter what,
no matter what.
Thank you, Danny Kaye.
Oh my God!
I don't know if that was ever from a movie or anything, but
now see,
this is
something that, like, maybe this is why I'm not so into musicals or something, because you do sing that stuff forever once you hear it.
Stuck in your head.
Yeah, man.
But I like songs that get stuck in your head, unless it's a song that I don't like, and then when it gets stuck in my head, I replace it with a song like this.
Yeah, so when I'm laying in bed tonight just staring at the ceiling thinking about Uncle Pockets.
I'll have my phone
Thanks
turned off
Thanks
so you can't call me.
Yeah.
This is Inside Dr. Herman's Head. It's Sunday night. It must be 7 o'clock.
7:08.
7:08? Okay.
Yeah, here we are.
Not just because it's our show, because about an hour ago was 6 o'clock, so it must be 7.
That's true.
This is Pocono 96.7 and 97.3. And if I want to be like Gary in the morning, I can say that we're also heard on 106.9 up in Milford.
Yeah, but we're not.
I think we are.
Are we?
I think we are.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I thought it was just Gary.
I don't know.
Because Gary's like the Fonz around
special.
here, man. Yeah,
Gary's special. This is Dr. Jan Herman. I'm here to let you know what's inside my head this week. I'm here with Greg Big Show Larson.
Yo.
My buddy who lets me copy off of him in class.
Yeah, that's why you're getting those great grades.
I know. You must have some Asian in you.
Oh, my God. Really? It's getting like that now already?
Well,
all right.
It's 7:08. It's bewitching hour.
Yeah.
I want to welcome everybody back to our show. We are here to have a good time for about an hour or so. Why am I getting a buzzing in my ear? Do you have any idea?
A buzzing?
Could it be this really high quality headset that I have?
Yeah, it could be that great, $4.99 headset you got there.
All right, I'll deal with the buzz for this week, and we'll see if we can fix it after. I want to remind everybody before we go any further that there's actually 6 days left to get your entries into the first ever Inside Dr. Herman's Head scavenger hunt.
Oh.
The list is on the Facebook page, so jump on the Facebook page, check it out, and make sure you like us while you're there.
I mean, remind everybody of the prize though, because it is awesome.
The prize is a 1 hour massage down at the Synergy Spa.
Yeah,
which is phenomenal.
That's banging.
And they do all kinds of massages there. I think you can kind of pick what you want. They have Swedish massage, they have deep tissue massage, they have whatever, so you can, pick the type of
It's a
massage.
good prize. Just, send in
And there are
2 or 3 things. You'll win.
We have runner-up prizes, too, inside Dr. Herman's Head T-shirts.
Yes.
Which are very, very limited and very,
true.
very rare. We don't give them out to just anybody.
That's true. Not just anybody has them.
So just to remind you also, we'd like to hear what you have to say. Give us a call. This is a call-in show, and you can call the Headline Hotline at 570-420-9670. The board is open. So
Yeah,
give us a
and we
call.
got rules for you calling in.
Cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
We
Yes.
should tell people we have Mr. T answering the phones.
Yeah.
So he's our new screener. Who calling the show now? Hey, I want to tell you, I saw Sully.
Oh, you did? All right.
I went on Friday night.
Look, man, I wasn't going to go see that with you because I'm not crying while sitting next to you. I'm not doing it.
Well, we would have been crying together, I'll tell you that.
Right.
We went on Friday night. The theater was, I guess, because now school's back in, and it was a Friday night, kind of late.
Yeah,
not the last show.
wasn't
Not the
bad.
last show. Not too busy, and I'm going to talk about the crowd in a second. But the movie is phenomenal.
Yeah, I bet, man. I mean, you got Tom Hanks and then Clint Eastwood directing, right?
Yeah.
So that's great, right there.
And the funny thing is, the whole thing takes place over the course of about a day and a half.
Oh, okay.
Which is it's the the situation where the plane crashes, or
Right.
it doesn't crash, it lands in the water. That's a very important
Right.
point. And then about a day and a half after, because there was an inquest, there was an immediate, the NTSB did a whole thing, and that's what it's really about the aftermath. And I can't watch a movie with Tom Hanks anymore without crying. He's the great. He's for my money, he's the greatest actor ever.
He's the best actor we have. He really is.
I think maybe the best actor we've ever had.
I think he is because, there hasn't been anything he's done in the last 20 years dramatically that hasn't been phenomenal.
That hasn't made hundreds of millions of dollars to
winning
begin with,
awards and everything. Like
he's just incredible, and
and where he came from too, just like his comic stuff and everything. Like
everything.
It's such a good story.
My favorite movie is Forrest Gump because it covers the full scale of everything. My favorite comedy is The Money Pit.
It's awesome.
Which is also a Tom Hanks movie.
Awesome movie.
He's phenomenal. I can't extol his virtues enough. I love Tom Hanks. The movie's phenomenal. And the funny thing is, my wife Terry, I love her so much. She's so Eastern European. We get to the end of the movie and she's holding my hand at the end of the movie. She looks at me. She says, "Honey, are you going to be okay?" As I'm blubbering like a fool. And I said to her, she says, "Were you crying?" I said, "How could you not cry? Look at this story."
She's sitting there like stone, and you're over there blubbering.
I don't cry. I can't cry in a movie like this, And but it's a great story. It's so well filmed that the story is, because you can tell the story so many different ways. And Clint Eastwood did an incredible
Clint's
job.
an incredible director.
Just a great movie. But what happened when the movie was over was more entertaining to me than the movie.
Yeah, what happened?
I always like to stay to the end of a movie, till the end of the credits.
Yeah.
Because especially in comedies, which I like, they always put something at the end of the credits.
There's always something added, yeah.
A little hidden something. Okay. Which a lot of times, if you don't wait to see it at the theater and then you watch it on video later on, you're like, "Oh, I didn't know they had that because I didn't stay when I saw it in the theater." Well, I always stay to the very end. And as a matter of fact, another thing about the movie was the song, which is played over the final credits in this movie, is phenomenal.
Okay, what is it?
It's a song called "Fly Home," I believe. Sully's theme. It was written for the movie.
Oh, all right.
And it was, who sang it? It was somebody like Norah Jones or something. I have to think. I have to look it up.
Norah Jones?
Yeah, it was somebody like that. It may not have been her, but a beautiful song. Really, really nice. So I'm listening to the end of them, watching the credits, and as soon as the action was over, the main action, Terry got up to go to the ladies' room. Mm-hmm. She had to go to the bathroom. "I'll meet you on the way out." I said, "Okay, I'll meet you on the way out." So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and a family of about 12 people had come to see the movie.
Wow.
And they were sitting 2 rows in front of me.
All right.
Stadium seating, so I'm sitting in the next to last row, so I'm up pretty high, and I'm looking down on the seats in front of me. And the titles are over.
Yeah.
The lights come up. And I'm sitting there, and I want to make sure I got my phone, my bottle of water. I don't want to walk out without anything I need. And I look down, and this family, it was a middle-aged man and his wife.
Okay.
It was maybe one of their, siblings and their wife or whatever, and about 6 or 7 kids.
Okay.
And an elderly man who looked to be about 90 years old.
Wow.
Old man.
Yeah.
Old. And they put him on the end.
Okay.
So they all filed in, and then he sat on the end, which happened to be where I sat, but he's 2 seats in front of me.
Right.
Okay. You got the picture?
Of course.
Okay. The lights come up, and people are getting ready to leave. And the old man realizes his shoelace is untied. So he bends down while he's sitting, which obviously makes it easier for him to do it.
Right.
And he's trying to tie his shoe, which is kind of dark down there on your feet or whatever. And no doubt there's a whole bunch of, popcorn on the floor and cinnamon and whatever's down there that, and which, by the way, is a sniglet. Remember Sniglets?
Sniglets? No. What's a sniglet?
Write that down. Sniglets. We'll get to that. Okay. Cinnamon is my favorite sniglet of all time. Anyway, so he's there and he's trying to tie his shoes. And these people, his family, are trying to get out of the aisle and not letting him finish what he's doing.
Like stepping over him?
Stepping over him, but stepping over his hands where he can't. He's trying to feel what he's doing.
Let's go, Grandpa.
And one of the kids actually climbs over on his back. He's actually piggybacking the old man, trying to get out.
Instead of somebody, like the next guy in line, just help him with his shoe.
Come on, Grandpa, let's go, Dad. And he's like, I'm trying to tie my shoes. I have to tie my shoes. And this poor man, a single person got trampled by his family. It was like a rock concert. And they were all trying to get out of the only exit. I felt so bad for this man until somebody finally said, hey, kids, why don't you let Grandpa tie his shoe?
Yeah.
But more than half of them had filed through and disrupted this poor old man.
Oh, man.
And I was, I was half laughing at it and half like, just totally repulsed by the whole scene.
Nobody's got any patience.
But the movie's great.
Yeah.
And it's worth going to see.
I figured it would be, and I'll definitely check that out.
Even if you don't have the benefit of having a show like I had after the movie. Sniglets.
Sniglets, man. What is that?
Do you know who Brad Hall is?
I'm not sure.
Do you know who Brad Hall is?
I don't think so.
Okay. Brad Hall is an ex-member of the SNL crowd.
Okay.
Who
is it? What did he do?
He was on Saturday Night Live back in the 80s.
Okay.
He was on for a few years. I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
I feel like I should know him then because that's when I was watching stuff.
Well, it was the mid-80s, early to mid-80s. And when he was on, one of the things that he, I believe it was a Saturday Night Live feature or something, but he came on Weekend Update or something or whatever, and he did what was called Sniglets.
Okay.
Sniglets are words that he made up and he gave them their own definition.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do a story on them some other time.
I'll have to do a little Google search on them.
But Cinemuck was the one that I remember, and it was that gooey stuff that covers the floor of a theater.
Cinemuck.
And the words were just they're almost onomatopoetic. They almost sound like what they really are, and Cinemuck kind of tells you right away what it is.
That should be like a donut at D&D. Dunkin' Donuts.
The Cinemuck?
The Cinemuck.
Maybe if you drop it and step in it.
Yeah. Ice cream flavor.
Oh, Brad Hall, by the way.
Yeah.
Married Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Oh, really?
That's her husband. They're still married now, 30 years later. But
I'll have to look him up because, I was watching that time.
I believe he did that Sniglets bit with Robin Duke. Robin Duke and Brad Hall, I think, did the Sniglets thing. We'll have to look it up. We'll check it out.
I'll check it out.
All right. Well, somebody can check it out and give us a call if you want to check. Let us know.
Can always do that.
Let's take a break real quick. We're going to come back. I have a few things I want to touch on. Let's talk about Thai Orchid, my favorite Thai restaurant, down on the corner of Sarah Street and 9th Street in Stroudsburg.
Yeah.
Great Thai food if you're in the mood for something Asian, but you don't want to go for the regular Chinese stuff. Especially if you don't want to go to just another one of those buffets, and
that's the same stuff everywhere you go, pretty much. I mean, it
really is.
A couple of them differ here and there, but you go to Thai Orchid though, you're getting a whole new.
It's not even Chinese food. I mean, it's Thai food. It's so different. It's very good. Don't be afraid of spice because if you want something not spicy, then make it not spicy. Order it mild so it has a little flavor to it. You want to have flavor, but you don't want to have spice necessarily. They can do that. Fantastic little restaurant, and they're open every day except Monday. So either jump down there tonight before they close, which I believe is about 9:30 tonight. Otherwise, make a note because tomorrow they're closed. On Tuesday, you want to go down to Thai Orchid. Give them a call at 570-421-1717. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Breast cancer deaths have dropped dramatically in the past 2 decades. The result of better treatment, greater awareness, and more women getting mammograms. The name of the game is prevention, and you can reduce your cancer risk by following these 3 easy steps. 1. Get an annual mammogram. Breast cancer detected early is easier to treat. 2. Get daily exercise to keep your weight at the prescribed level for your height. Obesity significantly increases your risk of not only cancer, but heart disease and diabetes. And 3, drink alcohol moderately, if at all. Studies show that women who drank between 3 and 6 alcoholic drinks weekly increased their likelihood of breast cancer by 15%. Hi, this is Pari Faroud, Executive Director of the Miles of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation. Go to milesofhope.org to learn more about reducing your cancer risk. You not only owe it to yourself, you owe it to your loved ones.
You're listening to Inside Dr. Herman's Head every Sunday night starting at 7 o'clock right here on Pocono 96.7. And now, back to the good doctor.
Oh, we have way too much fun during the breaks.
Yeah, we do.
What was that? Women who drink between 6 and 8?
6 and 8 drinks a week. You're going to have a higher risk of breast cancer.
Right. Also, a higher risk of having a good time.
That's that too.
We don't want to have too good of a
you
time.
You got to pick and choose.
Yeesh. That's if you're only having 6 or 8 drinks a week. Pick and choose. I was just thinking before about one time when I was in college, and I went to the restroom one day. We had there was a bathroom.
Okay.
A restroom. You know what's funny? We talk about how we use euphemisms now.
Right.
And politically corrected, now we're all politically correct. Restroom has been around for a very long time.
Yeah, of course.
And that's a euphemism right there. It's a bathroom.
Yeah, it's a bathroom.
Actually, it's a toilet room. Because you go to a restaurant, there's no bath in there.
Overseas, it's what? The water closet?
The WC.
Yeah, the WC.
Yeah, right, the WC, which is really, it's the room with the plumbing.
Yeah.
That's where they got the name from, WC. Well, I went to the bathroom once when I was in college. And
once.
Well, there was one particular time that I'm referring to. And my roommate had to go after I got out. I was in there for a little bit of a time. And when I got out, I remember this was early in the year. We were new roommates. It was in the dorms, and I was a freshman. It was and I came out, and he actually came out after me, complaining about the smell of the spray. He said, "You use so much spray; it smells like an Arctic forest in there. It's disgusting."
Well, wouldn't you rather?
Well, you know what I said though? You'll never have to worry about that smell again.
Yeah. Yeah, now you're going to really know what it's all about.
He was begging for the Arctic forest for the next 9 months. Nope, sorry. Do we have a caller?
We did.
Do we have a caller?
We did, but we were talking about the Arctic forest.
Call back if you want. I used the spray.
You better use the spray when
I
I'm
didn't
in here,
use
man.
too
I'll
much.
tell you.
Yeah, but I won't use too much. God. Actually, you know what?
Someday
when we're ridiculously famous, and they do a tour, like the Kenny Kramer tour of the Seinfeld locations.
Yeah.
When they do a tour of the things in our life, and they stop by this station to show people, make sure you require that they show you the bathroom, and you can see the world's smallest toilet bowl.
Oh yeah.
You can't. It's a micro bowl. The micro bowl. Sounds like on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
The micro bowl.
Who's on the phone?
Welcome to Pocono 96.7 inside Dr. Herman's Head. Who's here?
Jeff from Barnesville.
Hey, Jeff,
JFP.
what's going on?
What's happening?
How's your weekend?
That was me calling a couple minutes ago.
And who's calling now?
Jeff in Barnesville.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great, Jeff. You got 2 calls in 1 minute. That's a record.
Yeah.
That's a record
How
even
about
for
that?
you.
Hey.
What's up?
Jeff from Barnesville.
All right, you get one
What
more
is it,
chance.
a 2-minute delay here or what?
Well, yeah, if you turn down your radio in the back, you'll be able to speak to us like a human being.
There you go. Yeah.
Nice.
Is that better?
That's better for all of us. What's up, Jeff?
You were talking about Tom Hanks.
Yes, we were.
Tom Hanks and John Candy
Splash.
and
Right.
Rodney Dangerfield. Let's not forget him.
Never together, all three of them.
No, not together.
Oh, okay, all right.
But
because Tom Hanks and John Candy were in a couple of movies together.
The funniest guys.
I love Rodney. He's one of my all-time favorites.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? But you know what Tom Hanks did better than the other two? Much better than the other two.
What?
He survived.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah, the other two are dead.
Yeah.
And as good as you are, you cannot make a good movie if you're dead.
No.
I know because Chris Farley's still trying.
I don't know, man. Weekend at Bernie's was pretty good.
That's a good one.
That's true.
That was pretty good, man. That dude was dead the whole movie.
He still is.
He still is for two of them.
Oh man,
he had a sequel.
Can you name the actor?
That was great. The way they moved him around, those two kids.
That was hilarious.
Jesus,
he was like an 80s staple too. That guy. Who was that actor?
I forget what his name was. But you know what, Jeff?
And the beautiful girls that were in there.
It's a family radio show, Jeff. You can't, we had to bleep you once already. But you know what? Tom Hanks and John Candy were also very good, not just in comedy-wise, but also dramatically.
Yeah. Yeah, John Candy was a good dramatic actor.
He was. He didn't do a lot of dramatic work.
No,
but you remember Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is phenomenal.
It was funny and very, very poignant, too. So.
Steve Martin, great, too.
Good stuff. Dangerfield never did anything on the serious side.
But the Money Pit, I can just picture myself falling into that bedroom upstairs and the carpet coming down.
Oh, you stuck in the floor?
A hole in the floor. Yeah.
Let's try it.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was great. I liked when
that's hilarious.
I liked when the bathtub fell through.
And the supervisor on the job, the contractor.
Oh, he was great.
How much longer is it going to be?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh, great movie. My favorite comedy of all time. With my cousin Vinny being a very close second.
Vinny.
Yeah, that
was John Candy, yeah.
That was Joe Pesci.
That was Joe Pesci, my cousin Vinny.
Oh, yeah. All right, the lawyer.
And Mona Lisa DeVito.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Right? Jeff, thanks for calling, man. Listen, have a great weekend.
How was your weekend?
So far, we'll see how it ends up in the next hour or so, but so far it's been great. But I had something happen to me today you're not going to believe.
Oh, I bet you I'm going to hear it.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. Hang up the phone, turn up the radio, and listen to this story.
All righty.
All right, Jeff. Have a great weekend, man. We love you.
All right. JFB.
JFB.
That's what I call him now.
He's going to be our first inductee into our Inside Dr. Herman's Head Hall of Fame.
There you go.
Or HHHHH.
Yeah. The JFB.
Terry did something today that she's tried several times, and with varying levels of success.
Okay.
My wife came downstairs today, and I said, "So, honey, what would you like to do today?" And she said, "I would like to go for a walk."
What?
And I don't know what it is that ever made her think when she met me that I was the kind of guy that likes to go for a walk.
Yeah. Listen, how many Segways did you buy?
I have 6 Segways.
Wait, you have 6? All right, that's even worse than I thought, man.
I have 6, and I can only ride one at a time.
I mean, right there, you definitely don't like to walk if you.
I have
own one
6
of those.
Segways. I have 6 cars.
Yeah.
I don't like to walk. I don't like, I'll walk if I go to an amusement park, if I go to a boardwalk.
Well,
if
you
I
have
go
to.
But I mean, I will walk. It's not like
Right.
I hate walking. But we've invented other ways to get around besides walking for reasons. It's because walking is boring. And
but it's good for you.
I know it's good for you. There's a lot of things that are good for you. Some I do and some I don't.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, everybody. So she has it in her mind that she's going to be able to drag me for a walk like I'm a Great Dane.
Yeah.
And she wants to go someplace green. First of all, there aren't a lot of places green lately. We've had a little bit of rain, but I have treated in my office many, many, many people with Lyme disease over the years.
I got it.
Enough to have a very healthy regard for ticks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like ticks. And I live in the Poconos where we have a lot of ticks.
We have a lot.
And contrary to what my loving wife thinks, ticks are not only in the grass, they're also on bushes, and they're in trees. They will come out of the trees on top of you. I don't like taking a walk on green. I don't like it. I don't like to be where it's green. I don't want to be under trees, over grass, next to bushes and shrubberies. Yeah. I have no desire. I don't care.
You are not the nature boy.
I can't believe when I hear, want to talk about euphemisms? Hiking. What's hiking?
Walking.
Yeah, it's walking.
That's something I don't get either.
I'll walk through the mall. I'll walk down at the crossings. I'll take a walk around there. I'll take a brisk walk if you want, but I won't go in the woods. I don't like it. I'm afraid of it. I have a very good reason to be afraid of bugs, and that's another thing. Not just ticks, which to me are as dangerous as any other animal you'll find, but I don't like bugs. And bugs tend to swarm around you when you're in their house, which is otherwise known as the outdoors.
Flying around your face.
Right. In my house, if a bug comes in my house, I kill it because it's my house.
Yeah.
I don't go out in my backyard and kill bugs because that's where they live. They live in the outside. If I'm going to be in their house, I leave them alone. They come in my house. It's fair game.
That's the rules.
But so she says, take me someplace where we can take a walk. I said, all right, that's fine. We'll go for a walk. So I decided, because it's not too far away from the house and I had to get back in time to get ready for the show, we were going to go to Big Pocono State Park.
Okay.
You know where that is?
Not really.
It's, you drive up and up and up and up. It's right near the sun. Okay? If you could drive straight up, you would drive straight up until you come real close to the sun.
Yeah, burn your wings off.
To the sun. Right. It's actually, it's, you know where it is? You look down on Camelback Mountain.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, okay. All right.
It's above Camelback Mountain.
All right.
Okay.
It's up there.
It's actually a few dozen feet above the top of the chairlifts for Camelback Mountain.
All right, that's way up there.
Okay, so I drive out there, and because I know that park, it's not too big of a park, and it's kind of contained. It's a nice area. It's a beautiful view.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful view of the Pocono Plateau, which I didn't even know how to name until today. So I turn back behind the crossings, and there's a sign that says Big Pocono State Park 6. Now, I've been to Camel Beach. I've been to Camelback. I've been tubing. I know that area relatively well.
Right.
After you make that turn and you go underneath the bridge where 80 is, okay, there's no more sign for Big Pocono State Park. You know when you make that left turn to go to Camel Beach? Right, it's right where the what's the Barley Creek Brewing? Right, right, the restaurant's there.
Yep.
Well, there's
forks right there.
Exactly, and there are you can it's a straight or a left turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a left turn to the facilities. And there are 5,000 signs there, but none of them that I could see that said Big Pocono State Park. And I have a big problem when I'm trying to find someplace and it gives me 1 or 2 direction signs and then the direction signs stop.
Yeah.
You don't know where to go, which if it's just one street is fine, but as soon as you come to an intersection, you're screwed. So I didn't see a sign to turn, so I went straight. Well, 6 miles later, I did come to something. I came to the intersection of Pocono Lake of Long Pond Road,
all right,
which I know is somewhere in Montana. So I don't know what am I doing in Long Pond? I have patients who live in Long Pond, and whenever they come, where is that? Oh, it's way up there.
Isn't that out by the racetrack?
Yeah, it's way I actually drove under 380. I went so far.
There you go. Yeah,
way out there. So I put my GPS on, and it drove me all the way back to that restaurant after that turn, and I had to go past Camelback. And of course, once you go up past Camelback, it's about a mile and a half past that. So after all this driving, which of course she thinks I did intentionally to avoid the walk, which I did not. I didn't.
The whole time.
Not that I'm not the kind of person that would have.
She's just giving you crap for driving.
Exactly. But I didn't in this case. In this case, I honestly got lost. I didn't know where I was going. I was looking for a sign that wasn't there. So I'm on the way up, and then I did see a couple of signs up north of that, further up north, but I found it. So we park all the way up there. There's a parking lot at the very, very top of the mountain, and you can see 360 degrees all the way around. You can see everything for miles and miles. You can see the Catskills from up there.
Yeah, I know you can
on a clear day, which doesn't happen anymore anyway. But one of the funny things I noticed up there is that they have these maps that they lay out, which are supposed to be, they represent the vista that you're looking out over.
Okay.
Okay? So you look out and you see way over in the distance on the left, there's a little section of highway you can see, and you look down and it says that's 380. And you're looking about 12 miles away, and you go, wow, that's all there. But the funny thing is, the drop-off right in front of you, 3 feet in front of you, is about a 50-foot drop-off.
Okay.
And trees are growing up from it. And they don't trim those trees back. So half of the things on that board that you want to see when you look up to look at you can't see them.
You can't, yeah.
They're hidden behind trees and bushes that they don't cut down. So for the people in the in the forestry, I guess that would be. Do we have rangers? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it like Dudley Do Right or something? I don't know.
But you know what? I don't care either.
So they should, well, because you're smart enough not to go walking.
Yeah, the woods, woods, whatever.
I found myself there, and I can't see what I want to see. All right, so, and of course, they have those things you can put a quarter in, and you can look at the binoculars.
I love those.
But they're all jammed up. They're always jammed up.
Yeah, I love them just for the fact that they pretty much suck.
Well, you can't see anything by the time.
You usually put a quarter in, and it doesn't do anything for you anyway.
They actually zoom in way too close, and you can't get your bearings.
It's not even good.
I remember trying to use one of those, and there was a quarter or a slug jammed in it at the top of the World Trade Center years and years ago.
Wow.
I assume when the buildings came down, the quarter got dislodged from the.
I would think so.
Finally. Well, this one had a quarter that was, of course, stuck in it, and we couldn't move it, and so we didn't see through the binoculars. But she's dragging me closer and closer to the woods. And she said, come on, let's take a walk. I said, I don't want to walk. I'm not walking. I don't want to walk. I don't want to hike. I don't want to. And I'm getting closer to the grass line, which is, to me, like stepping on fire. And she says, come on, I want to walk. And I really wish, well, I don't want to say I wish that I was the kind of person that liked walking, because I know a lot of people like that. And I don't wish I was one of those people. I wish I could do it for her.
Right.
But I won't, because I hate it. I really hate it. I'm miserable. I'm hot and I'm sticky, and it's.
I hear you.
And she's like, oh, let's go down this trail. And I look down, and all I see is a canopy of trees, and I'm going to walk into a tunnel.
Yeah, tunnel.
I said, I'm not going down there. And she says, come on, I'm not going down there. But I want to walk with you. I'm not walking with you. I won't do it. I don't want to be. The ticks don't come off the trees. They come off the grass. All right? That's not true.
Yeah.
But even if it were, I'm not walking on the grass. I'm not. So she walks ahead, and I said, have a good time. I'll be waiting here for you. Now, at the same time, I have gnats. Hundreds and hundreds of gnats flying around my head. They're in my nose. You take a breath in, they come to you, and so I'm spitting them out, and they're in my eyes, crawling on my glasses. And you're a glass wearer. You can't see it, okay? And I'm miserable. I find a bench, and I sit down, and I'm seething. I can't stand it. And then I notice they have little the what do they call it? The DNCR, I think it's the Department of Nature and Conservancy Resources or something.
Okay.
They have a little board. It's about 2 foot by 4 foot.
Yeah.
And it's got all this information about rattlesnakes.
Okay. That's great.
Now I'm thinking, if you're going to put a board like that there, that instead of a board like that, they should have the sign that says "Park closed." Okay, that's what that board should say.
Oh yeah, we definitely do have rattlesnakes around. I mean, I know that.
Oh, now
copperheads and stuff.
But this has, I forget exactly the name. I took a picture of it, but I'm not going to look because I don't care. But it has this one specific kind of rattlesnake, and it says, of course, it's unfairly feared. And it's, it gets a bad rap and all this thing. But it says, if you see one, stay 3 feet away from it.
Yeah, but don't worry, it's still nice and
right.
Yeah,
it's cuddly and everything, but just don't. You know what? If there's any animal you have to stay 3 feet away from, is an animal that you should fear. You should fear getting closer than 3 feet, right?
Right.
They talk about how they stay pregnant for 13 months, and they do this for the time they're pregnant, and then they have they eat this kind of. They have all kinds of facts about these rattlesnakes, except for one thing. And I hope the people that are watching, that make these signs up, are listening to the show, because I want them to know that they're missing something very, very important on this board.
Is it poisonous?
First of all, it doesn't say whether it's poisonous or not, but it says stay away from it if you're 3 feet, okay? So what does that tell you?
Yeah, it's going to bite.
Okay, it's going to bite, and maybe it's poisonous, maybe not, but you don't want to get bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a rattlesnake.
Right.
Okay, so what information should be on there?
That it bites.
And?
It may be poisonous.
And? They told you that by saying stay 3 feet away.
Right.
What else do you need to know? How about what to do if you get bit?
Well, but that's the thing. They didn't even tell you that you're going to get bit.
If they tell you stay 3 feet away,
if it tells you,
they better tell me what to do if I'm less than 3 feet away.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, that's the whole thing. They don't even tell you that it may bite. Like, stay 3 feet away because you may be bitten.
I'm accepting that as fact. I'm inferring that it bites, and I'm inferring that it's poisonous because they said straight out, don't go closer than 3 feet. But I'm walking on a trail like an idiot if I was.
Not even like a call 911 or something.
Yeah, whatever. If I step a foot from it and I don't know what's there and it lashes out and bites me because I didn't see it beforehand and get my yardstick out, okay, and it bites me, what do I do? Doesn't say.
No.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, that's it.
So that was
we
totally
told
stupid.
you about it.
I couldn't believe that it didn't say what to do on there. So I'm sitting on a bench and I'm waiting for Terry to come back, and she eventually surfaces again from one of the trails.
And was she like, "Oh, you missed it? It was so great."
Well, no, actually, I said to her, "So what'd you see down that trail?" She said, "Nothing."
The woods.
I said, "Woods."
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go down this trail over here. Okay, if you see anything different, let me know. It's the same thing. It's not. She's taking pictures of wildflowers and everything, and that's fine. That's fantastic. But you know what? You could stand where I was and see just as many, and the view was beautiful. But okay. So while I'm sitting there. Okay, and by the way, I don't know if I mentioned to you, I have my Achilles tendon on my right leg is a little weak.
Okay.
I think I felt a ball in there the other day. I have to have it checked out. I mean, something's not right with it. But I can't do a lot of walking.
That doesn't sound good.
I'm going to check it out. But anyway, I turn around while I'm waiting for her, and there are 6 people walking around, 3 couples, 3 adult, older couples walking around, taking pictures, and one of them was hobbling, holding his leg and hobbling. So he hobbled past me and says, with an English accent, he says to me, "How's it going, mate?"
Yeah.
And I said, "It's going fine because I'm just sitting here relaxing." I said, "My wife, who's down in those bushes there, wants me to walk around until I look like you." And he says, walking all day and that kind of thing. I said, "Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that." So I got talking to them, and they're visiting from England and this and that. And actually, 2 of the couples are from England. Well, the other one was their guide.
All right.
She lives here, and she was showing them around. And I thought it was funny. People come all the way from England to go to Big Pocono State Park. It's cute. So she said, the American woman says, "Oh, so do you come up here a lot?" I said, "Well, actually, I live right near the bottom of the mountain." She said, "Oh, so you must come walking around here a lot."
Yeah.
I said, it took me half an hour to find the place today. I said,
no, this is my first time.
I'm not big on the walking.
Yeah. Came up here to sit on this bench.
Oh, and the funny thing is, I was more of a tourist than they were.
Yeah.
So I guess what constitutes a tourist? If you live someplace and never visit it, you're still a tourist.
You're still a tourist,
right?
Yeah.
Do the touristy things. So anyway, I think the Big Pocono State Park needs to put some signs up to let people know how to get there. And
tell me how to get there. Tell me how to help myself if your snake bites me.
Yeah, they have rattlesnakes. Avoid them, but if you get bit, you're on your own. I was almost upset.
Almost?
As the other day when I was in a store and I saw something that made me laugh out loud. It actually made me LOL.
Oh, no. I've never, that's another thing, though. I've never LOL'd in my life.
I LOL more now than I ever did before.
I never have.
Because I find things that are so absurd, I want people to say, "What are you laughing at?"
See, but I've just never LOL'd. I mean, when it comes to a text or an email or something like that, I'm a ha-ha guy. I will ha-ha. I will not LOL.
I LOL.
Ever.
I LOL. Once in a while, I've actually POM'd. And you're going to have to figure that out yourself. Yeah. Anyway, sometimes I LOL so much that I POM. But I was in a store, and it was a store of kitchen gadgets.
Okay.
I love kitchen gadgets.
Okay.
I love cooking.
Yeah.
Well, you know why I love cooking?
Because you eat it?
I love eating it. I love it. And I love kitchen gadgets because they come up with some really, even the ones that don't work, make me LOL. But this was funny because this was something called just to say the word makes me want to laugh, a veggie-getty.
And what does this do?
Well, see if you can figure it out from the name. A veggie-getty. It makes something.
Yeah.
What does it make?
It makes something out of vegetables.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
What does it make out of vegetables?
Vegetable spaghetti.
Yes, that's right. In this day and age of vegans
right.
and vegetarians
yeah.
and non-gluten eating people, and people who avoid whatever for whatever reason.
For whatever reason, yeah, exactly.
There's a constant push to try to make non-palatable food into something else,
yeah,
that you wish it was, but you don't eat.
I totally agree.
Okay,
I don't. That's what I don't get about a lot of vegetarian stuff. Like, all right, if you're going to be a vegetarian, eat vegetables.
Except the fact that you're not going to eat pork or beef. Why do you
have to have tofurkey or whatever?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But you know something? This is not limited to people like vegetarians and vegans. I don't want to just single them out because turkey.
I did it for a while. I mean,
turkey, the rich little of foods. Has been impersonating other foods for years.
No, it has. I know it has. Turkey burgers, turkey bacon,
turkey ham, turkey bologna, turkey.
And I don't like turkey. So
what makes them think you want just because it's better for you? Well, I'll suffer through it because it's better for me.
Yeah.
Don't eat it.
Yeah.
You know?
I hope my mom's listening right now because she needs to follow that advice.
So I went online when I got home. Because I wanted, because you know that's one of the greatest. My favorite website is YouTube because there's everything about everything on YouTube.
You can find a tutorial video for anything you want or something funny to laugh at anytime.
And Veggie-Getty, okay, is for people who are eating non-carb.
Right.
Who, well, it's for anybody, obviously, but for people who are eating non-carb, which I've done for years, I've tried to as much as possible. And it says you're making spaghetti out of vegetables.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, you can only make, quote, and I'm using a lot of quotes in this discussion, okay? My fingers are up all over the air. You can only make spaghetti, quote, out of so many different vegetables. There's a limited number.
Right.
I believe it's kind of limited to things like root vegetables.
Yeah.
Like carrots.
I'm thinking like zucchini and stuff like that.
Well, there's carrots and parsnips and turnips and things like that.
Okay.
Which have a certain interest and consistency, but it certainly ain't cooked pasta.
Right.
Okay?
No.
And then you have things like zucchinis and squashes.
Right.
Okay? Or cucumbers. Of course, after you've put so much effort into skinning it and ripping out the seeds or whatever, frankly, you could do it with a firm cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Okay? But the thing is, it ain't spaghetti.
No, it's not pasta.
It doesn't have the consistency.
Yeah.
And, well, you know what you've made yourself? A salad.
Yeah, you made a stringy salad.
A stringy salad. That's what it is.
Because really, you're not gonna go throw a sauce on that now, are you? Like,
no,
I mean,
you're gonna put dressing.
Yeah.
So what you've done after you've taken a bunch of vegetables and cut them up in a different way,
stringy salad,
and then put dressing on it instead of sauce, you have yourself
stringy salad.
A salad.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which actually you can't even, I would imagine, can't even properly twist around the fork. It's not going to twist the same way.
It'll either break or it's not going to break at all, and like it's not going to twist. It's not going to
exactly. So in order to eat it properly, what do you need to do?
Cut
it up.
Yeah,
into tiny little pieces, so you end up with a salad.
Yeah.
So a Veggie-Getty.
The one kitchen gadget that I just recently saw that I thought was kind of cool, like if you like to cook and stuff, and you got a lot of pots and pans going on the stove.
Yeah.
Did you see that automatic stirrer?
Yeah.
It's like 3 prongs that you just sit in the pan and then you just turn it on and it spins itself while you're cooking and doing other things.
I haven't done a lot of research into it because I don't know much about it.
It looked pretty cool. I saw a video on it. It looked great.
Do you think I'm right in assuming that it's battery operated?
That's what I'm thinking.
So you're putting a battery operated thing into your food?
Yeah, but it's like the top with the part with the battery sticking out of the food.
Okay.
It's just plastic things sticking in the food. You know what I mean? You're not submerging it.
Okay.
It was about this big. It was about maybe like 8-10 inches or whatever.
All right.
Yeah, so it's like a handle on the top.
And if the battery leaks and does it drip into the...
man, come on.
I don't know. I don't know. I just have battery acid in my food.
Yeah, I mean...
That's the 3rd worst meal I've ever had.
If you see it leaking in the food, you're throwing it out, and then that's the end of that. Get your whisk out.
You know what? The number of times that I've messed up a meal cooking in the kitchen because I wasn't there to stir it enough... Mm-hmm. Very few.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's not a bad idea. I
thought it was good, especially for sauce and stuff like that. You always got to keep it moving. Like,
I can't believe the number of spatulas and tongs and flippers and things that are meant for flipping or turning hot items that I bought that melted in the heat.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on? You know, do not let near heat. You know, I love things that are not dishwasher safe. Also,
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
If you make something a gadget for the kitchen that's not dishwasher safe, don't make it. Don't make it. I don't want it. I don't want it. But in my house, of course, you have to clean everything before it goes into the dishwasher. It's got to be spotless before it goes into the dishwasher.
Oh man,
that's my ever loving. But I'll tell you where they don't use shortcuts and gadgets like that.
What's that?
Thai Orchid.
No.
Thai Orchid, it's a walk. And then, you know what? It's another thing.
Traditional style.
They're not just hiking. They're walking. They walk the walk. These people walk the walk. And they use that you know what they use when you watch somebody working really real professional like Kanye at Thai Orchid, when they use the walk, they use the spatula that they use is curved to match that walk.
Yep.
It's actually a set.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. They buy that as a set. It's very expensive. And then they have that I just love to talk about the spider to get the stuff out of the oil.
Yep. The
spiders, this such cool stuff. And that's one of the things I like about Thai Orchid. You can watch them cook.
Yeah, I mean, no, people that cook with Waxman, they know what they're doing. That stuff is
It's an extension of the hands.
Yeah.
They it's like boom, 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 boom. If I tried it,
yeah, no, it'd be everywhere and
everywhere. Paramedics would be everywhere. It would be hours of surgery. Man, okay. Well, Thai Orchid, I'm gonna just go and watch her cook. I just have to watch her cook. The smell. Ooh. Thinking about it again. Thai Orchid, check out Thai Orchid, definitely. Corner of Sarah Street and 9th Street down in Stroudsburg. Every day but Monday, 570-421-1717. We'll be back on Pocono 96.7.
Imagine living in a place where your daily commute is a walk in the park. In cities, suburbs, and small towns, people want to use their cars less and their feet more. Sound like wishful thinking? Take the step you can count on to lead to results. Work with your local planning office and plan to walk more in your future. Learn more at planning.org. That's planning.org. A message from this station and the American Planning Association.
First Sergeant Aaron Tippett has been in the Army for 17 years and served multiple tours of duty in Iraq.
After returning from deployment, my friends and family noticed a significant difference in me, both mentally and socially. With their encouragement and support, I sought help for my invisible wounds and learned to cope with them effectively. I encourage any warrior coping with psychological health concerns to seek the care support they need.
Resources are available and they work. Visit realwarriors.net or confidentially call 866-966-1020.
You're listening to Inside Dr. Herman's Head every Sunday night starting at 7 o'clock right here on Pocono 96.7. And now, back to the good doctor.
Okay. That was fantastic.
It was.
You're right into a PSA about walking more.
Yeah, go walk in the park right after that story.
Park. That's great. We did not choose that, just so you know.
I didn't plan that at all. That was perfect.
Nor did we choose the next one that was about warriors.
Yes.
We used to have soldiers in America, military, with people as soldiers or sailors. Now we have warriors.
We're doing a throwback, man. We got warriors now.
That's incredible. I thought that was just reserved for like TV shows where they had to do an obstacle course or
obstacle course
or Mel Gibson and Braveheart. But we have warriors now.
Braveheart, good flick.
You know, something else happened while I was up at Pocono State Park.
What's up?
They have a water fountain there. Of course, you wish the water would come out a little more forcefully and a little colder than it usually does. You know.
Yeah.
But they have a 2-level water fountain, and I appreciate the fact that they put one for the little kids and one.
Yeah.
They have one up high and they have one down low, and so I stepped over to the tall one, and I noticed the button to activate it was halfway down the post.
Okay.
So it was by my knee, which was kind of odd. But I figured maybe to keep your hands free, you know, sometimes they have you lean up against it or something.
Yeah.
So I hit it with my knee, and I bent over to go when no water's coming out of the top. But just below the button that my knee is pushing is a spigot to wash your feet off or something.
Are you serious?
Like this was but a beach. I don't know why they had that there. And my whole leg was soaking wet.
Maybe that's what you're supposed to do if you get bit by the snake.
Get
bit in your ankle, man. You got to start washing it.
If you get bit by a snake, you're supposed to pee on it like a jellyfish?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because that would be, if it's true, they can have pee coming out of there.
The best is, I just found out that even peeing on a jellyfish sting doesn't really fix the problem. All it does is slightly take the pain away, but it doesn't fix the problem.
Well, that could be enough.
And that dude Bear Grylls, he was just out with one of the Spice Girls or something.
Oh, the one from America's Got Talent.
Yeah, and he got bit by a jellyfish and had her pee on him. And
really?
Then afterwards in the interview,
great.
he's like, well, it really didn't do much, but,
He admitted that, because he's one of the guys that would tell you what to do.
Because he says, he's like, the stinger stays in there. He's like, you're supposed to do that, and it's supposed to help a little bit, but it really didn't do much. But he had to do it anyway.
Well, did they say what actually helps? Because sometimes taking away some of the pain is all you need just to be able to get some help.
No, you got to go get some help. That's what you got to do.
Well, you know what? I'll take some pain away and then go get some help. Don't worry, Big Show. I'll pee on you if you get.
Yeah, it was just funny for him to be like, it didn't really do anything, but I had her pee on me. Hey.
So I'm walking around with the bugs buzzing around my head, in my face, in my nose, and a soaking wet leg. So maybe our caller has the same problem. Welcome to Pocono 96.7. Who is calling?
Hi, Dr. Herman. The Vegetti is a very good thing. You just have to have the right produce. We made like angel hair. It was fantastic.
Who's calling?
Oh, this is your friend Carol.
My friend Carol. Hi, Carol.
What's up?
Carol. I thought it was you. I wanted to make sure.
And that automatic stirrer, that could be a very good thing for somebody who has had an injury.
Okay,
which makes me think of, you remember the movie Goodfellas? When he has a brother
his little brother.
The sauce.
Yeah.
Keep stirring the sauce while he's up to
I'm stirring it.
Keep stirring it. Cut it so thin you can see through it so it evaporates in the pan. Well, let me tell you something, Carol. I appreciate your take on the Vegetti or the Vegetti.
Vegetti.
Y'all call it what you want. It does not. It does not make pasta. And when you have something shaped like pasta, it's not necessarily pasta.
I agree.
Oh, speaking of which, I try to go with the low carb thing these days and trying to. Well, whatever. I put those noodles made out of tofu.
Disgusting!
Don't. It smells like fish. It comes in this water. Don't,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
You can't rinse it off. It's like I bought a bag. My daughter bought a bag. I said, Emily, just chuck it. Don't even open it.
That's right, Carol. Take it from somebody. Take it from somebody who's been doing low to no carb for 15 years.
Oh, very nice.
If you're eating low carb, you can't eat pasta.
No way.
There's no pasta you can have.
Well, it's so
nothing
delicious.
Shaped like pasta.
Once in a while, you're just a little bit.
Right, but then you're eating carbs. But then you're eating carbs, and that's fine. But you have to admit to yourself that you're eating carbs. When you.
Well, you know what? Any white flour is bad. It makes for inflammation.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about that.
Whether it's digestive or arthritic.
And actually, we're gonna devote a whole show to that coming up soon about.
All right, maybe next week.
Proper diet, but you know something? When you eat a mouthful of pasta and you got that fantastic feeling of having a mouthful of pasta, you're chewing it up. You put a mouthful of stringy cucumber in your mouth, you're not going to feel the same way.
No, we made beautiful. We made a lemon pepper butter sauce. With some shrimp, and it was a good zucchini. It
kind of sounds good.
It starts with the produce.
You know what? It sounds like
sounds to
me like zucchini and shrimp.
What's that?
It sounds like zucchini and shrimp.
What's the matter with zucchini and shrimp?
Nothing, but it's not pasta, is it?
Ay.
Thank you, Carol.
Can you smack him in the head for me?
That's why I sit on the other side of the console from him. Thanks, Carol. Have a fantastic weekend.
Have a good week.
You too, sweetie. Bye. Who else is calling? Got another caller. Pocono 96.7.
It's a person.
Hello. Can you turn down your radio, please?
Yeah, this is Mark from East Stradbroke.
Hey, Mark, it's really hard to hear you because your radio is up so loud. He's having trouble hearing us because he's got his radio up on the back of the phone. So why don't we just knock that out and we'll have him come back when we... I think when he comes back. I think he was just calling to talk on the phone. I don't think he wanted to.
I didn't know what was going on there, but he definitely was having the radio too loud.
Listen, Mark, we love you, man. Next time you call, just turn off your radio before we put you on air because the feedback is.
Yeah, as you're calling, just turn down your radio.
You're off by 7.14 seconds, and it's very hard to hear you and us at the same time. But thanks for calling anyway, Mark. We appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, Carol. We love you, and you know what, Carol? Now you have me thinking about that zucchini with the lemon basil and the shrimp. And
hey, you know what? Too,
I would love
one of my buddies just sent me a text, and he's right. The Burbs is one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies as well.
Yes,
we saw that together. That's one of my friends from school that I grew up with.
John Candy.
It was The Burbs.
Oh, Dan Aykroyd.
No, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, he was. Who else was in there with him?
I don't know who the other guy was, but it was neither one of them. I know it because I just watched it recently on Netflix too. Nope. No.
I don't know. But there was somebody else in there.
There was but man, that movie was good about the weird neighbors and stuff. They thought they were killing people,
yeah.
spying on them and everything.
Actually, I have the my money pit that I bought is a back to back. It's a 2-for-1.
Yeah,
and the other one is the Burbs.
But yeah, my buddy, we saw that in the theater back when we were kids, man. For my birthday.
Yeah, very funny movie.
Yeah.
Excellent movie. So let's see. I think we're getting to the end of the show.
Yeah.
I know that I had some notes and I wanted to cover. I just want to mention FedEx is the worst company in the world.
Worst. I can't believe we're both dealing with situations at the same time. We're gonna have to talk about that at another time again.
I can't stand FedEx.
No, FedEx is the worst. I say we boycott FedEx.
You know what? I don't know if it's fair to call for a boycott on them right now because we haven't gone through our situations.
Yeah, we have.
But FedEx acts as though they don't want to be in business.
Yeah, they don't need you.
And we'll talk about more about that next time. But I just want to throw it out there because that's what's in my head.
Yeah.
I did.
Real
quick.
Annoying. Yeah, what's up?
An ice cream story.
Okay.
I went to get ice cream this afternoon on the way back from the park.
Okay.
Terry wanted an ice cream cone, and my honey wants an ice cream cone.
Yeah, and you want ice cream after your long walk.
Exactly. I'll fight a tooth and nail on walking through the woods, but ice cream, that's cool. So we went to a local ice cream joint, and she picked a flavor, and they said to her, that flavor is only in soft serve, not in hard. And she said, well, actually, she picked pumpkin.
Okay.
She said, I want some pumpkin ice cream. So I said, okay, we'll go to the ice cream place.
Yeah.
So I said, and I know 'tis the season for the pumpkin, everything,
of course.
right?
Pumpkin spice all over the...
Pumpkin, everything. So I said she would like a pumpkin cone. Well, we don't have hard pumpkin. We have soft pumpkin. She said, that's fine. What size do you want? She said, a small. Okay. And she got her a small, and she gave it to her.
Yeah.
And she said to me, what would you like? I said, I looked at the flavors. I said, I would like caramel. She said, well, that's only available, just so you know, that's the soft serve also. I said, yeah, that's fine. She says, only available in a small.
I know where you went.
You do?
Yeah.
I said, what are you talking about? It's soft serve. It comes out of a machine, and you make the cone, right?
Yeah.
And she says, yeah. And I was like, then how can it be limited to a small? Flip the switch twice. What? I don't understand that. And she's like, well, that's all we have is small.
Yeah, because it's like a small batch they made or something like that, I think, or whatever. I don't know what the deal was, but I dealt with it too.
I don't care what this is one of those situations where I don't care what the explanation is. It's going to be stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
I wanted a large one. It was coconut ice cream, and they're like, yeah, that's only soft. And I was like, okay, I want a large one. No, it's only small. Get it out of here. Like, I'm paying for it. Give me 3 smalls then.
Yeah,
and I'll put it on a cone myself. Like, it makes no... yeah.
I kind of got the feeling that if I ordered 2 small, she'd say you can only get 1.
Yeah.
Because we know what you're doing.
Yeah. If I'm paying you, what does it matter what size it is?
It was ridiculous.
But I hear you.
But, hey, you know what? If you want ice cream, you got to deal with what the ice cream people have. So, oh, man. Is that our show?
I think so.
I can't believe that an hour goes by that quickly.
It's flying by, man.
Yeah, it's almost an hour. We started a little bit late, but that's because that's what they give us. And, man, we're done so quickly? That stinks.
That's it, man. Next week. We got to save it for next week.
All right. I guess we'll say goodbye then. I feel so sad saying goodbye.
What do we got playing us out?
Well, let me go through a couple of quick things. I want to just make a few thanks. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you for our callers.
Yes.
Thank you for Thai Orchid for sponsoring us.
Always.
Thank you for, let's see, for all the people that are going to rush to get their scavenger hunt.
Most definitely. Get them
in. You have until Saturday to get them to my office.
It's an awesome prize. Don't sleep on it. It's a good prize.
It's really, really good prize. And again, it's 50 items, but the winner may only get 1. We don't know.
Like I said, get 2 or 3 and send them in. You never know. I mean, that could be the winning number right there.
We're going to be presenting the prize on the air next week. Go to our Facebook page for the list and like us while you're there, because that's the thing you do on Facebook, I guess. want to thank my right-hand man, Big Show Larson.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Let's see. I'm going to play a song, which if you look up the history of it, is very controversial, but not this version of it.
Really?
Yes. It's one of my favorite songs by Gunhill Road from 1973, back when my hair was short.
I'm into it.
Everybody have a great week. We love you all. Catch us next Sunday, 7 p.m. and Inside Dr. Herman's Head.
All right, peace out.
Tell you of love.